Hey, good morning. This is Bob from Trade Genius. It's the 16th of December, and I want to just first thank everybody who just recently signed up under our holiday specials and welcome aboard. I think you're really going to enjoy the ride. You know, we you know we think the crypto, this whole environment around the blockchain cryptocurrencies is really moving into the early adopter phase. We don't think this is a bubble, but it doesn't mean that it's not volatile. And that's one of the reasons why we created the software indicator. And I want to explain to you what it is not, and so that people can use it properly. And then if you want to know how we set up our charts, you just look back into the archive. We talk about how we set up the trading view charts and what indicators we set on there, so that you can just reference that. I won't revisit that today. But if you're a hodler, you can just turn this video off, because you're just going to hold until it gets to the price where you think it needs to be, and only you know that. But if you're I would say a long swing trader, we developed this software to get you in the into the bigger moves, and to avoid the big drawdowns, and that way you can um, have capital to then deploy for the next move higher. And just to show you here, like, here's an example of just avoiding pretty decent sell-off. Okay, and then we'll talk to you about how you get back in, because you wouldn't have waited to here to get back in. Okay, so what we do here is we use either the hourly, the 4 hourly, or the daily chart. So depending on how frequently you want to be moving capital in and out. But I'm going to start with the daily here. Is that you had a long move here, 8,600, and then you see this exit here. So one of the first things I want to point out is, if you see big wick candle like this, is that it's a short-term exhaustion candle. And so you have a couple choices. Some people exited here, the signal exited here, or if you just don't want to be whipped in and out of a bull move, is that you simply could have just went down to the next lower big candle and sat on it here. And if you're really patient, you would have went to the next highest volume bar on the volume profile here, and then that way you can then slide up with it. So you'd still just be in the trade, and you're a happy person. Okay, but if you did exit out here, and now there's no long signal here, and you see it breaking out again, what typically what we would do is that we would suggest that you just step down to the 4 hour, and you would have been buying back in right here. Okay, and then the same thing would hold true. Is you got an exit signal here, you just look back for the next support area. It could be here or here, and you're holding the trade. And it again gave a long signal this morning on the breakout of that triangle. So that's how you can manage the trade here. And if you're a trader, the hourly is that you would just simply you can just manage longs and exits, and the profit factors on all these are really good. So the longer swings obviously have higher profit factors, just because we've just been totally in a high bull move here. So the gains have been enormous, and using our tip here in terms of using support to exit once you get signal and exit, then you can you'd have even higher profit factors. But even if you're just trading in and out on an hourly here, you do pretty well. And like I said, if you just use the supports instead of just exiting, you'd still stay in trades longer, and even the percent profitable would be even higher. So it's a really good system. It works really well. And what you don't want to use it for is you don't want to be day trading with it, because the indicator that we use is not fast enough for the slower time periods. It's really designed to catch money momentum. And a lot of times, when you have a highly volatile stock with high ATR, it'll you'll get a lot of jerky motion around, and the signal will be late. So that's why we designed it for no earlier than the hourly. You know, use it up for the hourly, 4-hourly, and the daily. We're working on something that's for people that want to trade more aggressively, and that's being tested right now. And if it looks good, we'll release it. And the good news is, if you already are a member of the Trade Genius crypto side, is that we'll release that software to you as part of the package for anybody who's signed on before the end of the year. So we'll have 2 tools, and we're working on alerts too. So that's kind of our plan for the tool for 2018. And I hope this is helpful to you. And then this way you can just enjoy the trade and be able to set stops and not get whipped out so much. Anyway, it's Bob from Trade Genius. You know, give me comments if you have any, and I'll start explaining some of the other things that we do in later videos today. Have a good one. Bye-bye.